with any of them the flesh of the children that he eats. Hold that. Get me verse 54 over here. Let me show you exactly what that means. Right?
So that the man that is tender among you.
So again, going along with the translations, it's right around. It's the same, right around the same thing, right?
And very delicate. His eye shall be evil toward his brother.
Same thing we just read, right?
And toward the wife of his bosom. And towards the remnant of his children.
To his children,
which he shall leave.
Which he shall what?
Leave.
Who leaves their children on a mass scale?
Fatherless.
How many fatherless homes do you see in the white community? How many fatherless homes do you see in the Mexican community? How many fatherless homes you see in the Indian community? But how many do you see in the black community?
Due to the white man's oppression. It wasn't like that before they brought us over into slave ships.
Exactly. Because this was a part of your punishment.
But he just read it to you.
This is a part of our punishment. Now peep this, right? How can we raise up a nation to fight against the quote-unquote white man if we can't even raise our own seed?
We got to deal with them. They will destroy us. They'll make us extinct like they did the natives if we don't exterminate them.
How long have we been on Earth
I'm not sure.
as a quote-unquote black man?
As far as archaeological, shit they dug up and carbon tested?
Yeah. How long have we been here? Who was the first? Who was the original? What they call Asiatic? Who was the original?
As far as science goes, the Africans.
The black man, right? A man of hue.
I wasn't there.
Was the first man on Earth, right? A man of hue. Even in all of the sciences, right?
Lucy was found in Africa. That's the oldest human genetically
there was
species found.
Of human, right?
Go, yeah.
What does the word human mean?
Homo sapien.
Human is a compound word. The first word in human is what? Hue.
Color. Dark.
Color. Man is a man, right? So you got humans and you got mankind.
Color man.
You get what I'm saying? So when they say, oh, you're colored, right? That's one of the stigmas they put on us, right? What were they calling you?
A human.
A human. So when you talk about the original man that was on the earth, according to all the sciences, I don't care what you say, they say he was born from the dust of the earth, right?
Color is dirt.
Whether you're dealing with the Moors, whether you're dealing with Islam, whether you're dealing with any type of science you deal with, from ashes to ashes, dust to dust, right?
No.
Okay, give me drop something else on me that you
Subatomic particles. The only way we can deal with these white folks is to split an atom and to fuse an atom.
And what would that change?
That would bring us world domination, just like the Americans in World War II, and it will back them off of us, just like they cannot go in North Korea no more. We gonna have to fuse hydrogen. That's how far ahead of us in the game they are.
So, if they already that far ahead, what will you doing it be of benefit to you?
It will back them up tomorrow. They would have to evacuate this bitch if we fuse hydrogen.
They would have to evacuate America
Tomorrow.
What if but they in all different countries?
No, they're not. They can't go to Russia. They can't go to China. They can't go to
Who
Mexico.
are over there? Are those not white people as well?
It's different kind of white. I'm talking not Anglo-Saxons. I'm talking about Russians. Chinese ain't white.
Do you think that those white people like you?
Hitler wasn't killing niggas. He wasn't hanging niggas.
But why? Okay, let's get. Matter of fact,
No, he wasn't.
let's get to why. Let's get to why.
Hitler was not hanging black.
Yes, he was.
Roosevelt was hanging black.
Hold on.
That's the ones I want to deal
But
with.
listen, why was Hitler doing what he was doing to those Jews?
European Jews.
Why was he doing that to them?
Because they was in the way. They shouldn't have been in there in the first place.
No. Give me Revelations 2:9. It's a reason why he was doing that to them.
Because they starved the Germans out.
No, Hitler quoted, I did that to them because they're imposters.
They were.
They left black and came back white. He didn't like black. He didn't like because the Jews that were in there originally were black.
Yeah.
But they came back impersonating the people that he hated.
He believed in white supremacy, so he was copying. He was copying me, so you not.
German Black Holocaust.
What is it called?
Germany's. I'm gonna read it, guys.
Black
I'm right up on it.
Holocaust.
I never seen a black person get in a concentration camp.
Yeah,
I seen a whole bunch of white
because you
people.
were watching a white media.
No, I understand that.
And that's why.
I understand who writes a story has to be interpreted.
Exactly.
I never seen it, so I like to interpret it. I know he killed more Anglo-Saxons than he killed blacks.
He killed more blacks. That's just the thing. They just put white folks on camera so they could steal that land. They don't want you to know that he was really to get Israel. That's how they got the land, because they're saying that they got
oil
Israel.
fields. That's what it was about. What's Israel got to do with them? So Persia and Babylon.
What the fake Jews get? They got to set up
Give me
shop
Galatians chapter 4.
in Israel.
because that's exactly what they wanted. They wanted to get the Holy Land.
They got set up shop in Israel because America wanted to put Israel there to watch the oil fields.
Absolutely not.
And
Give me
even the oil
Galatians 4
in
and 22.
Right, but you need a base because there's bases in Persia that are Russian.
Galatians 4 and 22. Listen to this.
For it is written that Abraham had two sons.
Thank you, bro. I thought it was like more to read.
For it is written that Abraham had two sons, the one a bondmaid, the other by a free woman.
Keep going.
But he who was of the bondwoman was born after the flesh.
Give me verse 26.
But Jerusalem,
But who?
but Jerusalem,
But who?
but Jerusalem,
Where's Jerusalem at?
Israel?
But Jerusalem, read.
which is above,
Which is what?
which is above,
Which is what?
which is above,
It's what?
above.
Did I get it?
No, you got it.
But Jerusalem, which is above,
Is free, which is the mother of us all.
which is the what?
Mother of us all.
So the mother of all living is where? Jerusalem. They fighting. Everybody is engaging in war over what the I just said. That land. This was the cherished land. Still to this day, still the cherished land. You think it's the resources that's in Israel don't outweigh the resources that's in Persia?
Not even close.
Are you sure?
Definitely. Oil was found in Persia in 1901.
And what year?
1901.
How long have they been fighting over Israel?
They've been fighting in the Aztecs was fighting longer than that.
Exactly. So that's new. The oil being found over there is
Yeah, but it's a
new.
different kind of fight. They use nuclear weapons now.
What nuclear weapon have you saw?
Have I saw?
What nuclear weapon have you saw them being used between the two?
The one in Nagasaki and
Who used that?
Truman,
Well, who? What people?
Anglo-America.
America, right? To destroy them, right? Who?
Scare Stalin.
But
because
who
he's
is America? What land is America fighting over right now?
in Persia.
Absolutely not.
Iran. That's what Persia is now. It's Iran. They fighting over the oil fields.
This is what you're not understanding. This is what they tell you that they
No,
fighting
they
over.
definitely don't tell us this part.
Read that one more time. One more time.
But Jerusalem, which is above, is free, which is the mother of us all.
Now give me Deuteronomy, the 28th chapter. Let me show you something. Give me verse 36. The reason why you can't fight against no white man is because you can't agree with your brother to do so. It has nothing to do with splitting atoms. If you split an atom, matter of fact, what you splitting an atom gonna do with drones?
You know what a splitting atom would do?
What would it
You
do?
ever see a 10-mile fireball?
Explain.
You got to, y'all, what they call that? Where you look up stuff? Google, yeah, something. Push up Zarbomb.
Wait a minute, though. Hold on.
You ask me what.
I want to cut you off, but if you split an atom, ain't you gonna destroy us too?
What you think they fighting with?
But you gonna destroy us too. What's the purpose? There's no purpose.
That's where it is at.
It's no purpose.
So you're gonna
then.
destroy yourself to
You
kill
have
off
to-
somebody?
You have to destroy yourself. They might have to.
How
What's
much
the
sense do that
purpose,
make?
though?
Because that's where it's at.
You rather kill
Not really-
everybody.
That's not very intelligent.
I understand where you're coming from.
I don't want to make nothing that's gonna take me out.
It's uncontrolled
My
energy.
family
man.
out. That's not a good.
Well, you ain't
look
gonna be able
right
to fight these people. And they're gonna
Right.
keep
You
oppressing.
can't.
Controlled energy.
That's the
Fight.
whole point.
I don't know. They ain't gonna ever again talk about going up in North Korea because they develop an atomic bomb.
Listen, you're fighting against people who've been fighting against you since before you were even born. Before you even knew it was a fight, they was already fighting against you. They already placed you in the ghettos. They already made it to where you couldn't get the sufficient learning to go to school to even learn the stuff you're talking about now. But now the point that you are where you know these things, guess what you can do about it?
Know how to split an atom?
What can you do about it though? If you learn how to split an atom right now, What can you do about it?
I give them 24 hours to evacuate.
How much money would you need to get the technology to do that?
Like CERN or something, man.
I'll be
That's what it sounds like to me.
Some CERN.
How much money would you
And
need?
that's dangerous.
Hold on.
But
How
that's
much?
what they're fighting with.
How much money would you need to get the technology to split an atom to wipe them out?
Gaddafi should have got the bomb and he'd still be alive.
Listen,
I'm
just
trying
answer
to
that.
explain. I'm trying to
How
explain.
much?
It all depends on where you get it from.
Can you get the money?
I
Can
talk-
you generate the money right now?
There was a time when North Korea couldn't generate the money. The conversation had to be first. That's all I'm trying to do.
North Korea, right?
Yes.
That's a country.
Yes. We need our own nation.
Country of
So
wicked
how
folks.
how can you build
Why
a
do we-
nation without people that don't build? We have a crab in the bucket syndrome.
We got to start from somewhere.
From where?
Here.
Where though? Where do you have to start with?
Talking to my brothers.
How? There's something you have to get to. There has to be a foundation in what you're doing to build, right? Any type of house you have, any type of building you have, you got to have a
What I'm
foundation.
saying is profound.
So you think killing us off to kill
It
them
don't
off?
have to be like that.
So who we gonna use to split the atoms with?
Take that bitch to D.C.
Alright.
I don't mean to use that
No,
language,
no.
my baby.
Wait, hold on. Do you actually think the Most High would be happy with you killing off people? I mean, is that what he wants?
You let me answer?
Yeah.
I know the origins of Judaism. I know how Akhenaten and Nefertiti started monotheism. I'm talking about stopping the oppression of black men. And that's what I would do.
But it's a way to do that without that.
You think you can stop it? You think we can stop the oppression of black people?
If they can do it, we can do it. That's what I'm saying.
So when did they stop the oppression of their people?
Finally, when they bombed Japan, when nobody else will ever come over here again once they split the atom. You can't do it. You can't come over here or you will get annihilated.
So if you give them 24 hours to say evacuate,
Yep, get on.
and they don't leave, and
They
you
don't
set
leave.
and you set it off. No, I'm just saying because America bold. They ain't no punks.
Yeah, they are.
If you set it off,
They ran out of Vietnam.
listen to what I'm saying. If you set it off here, what happens to you?
That's the chance I gotta take.
What happens to the rest of the black men you trying to get away from oppression?
It's only a certain radius.
But what happens to them?
Blood is on your hand.
Oppression or annihilation, man.
What happens to them?
Right.
That's what
All
you
the
can't
innocent
kill everybody
people-
though. If you-
I'm not trying to kill
All
everybody.
all the innocent people
talking about
that
the
you
only
take
way-
out. All the innocent people that you take out. That again, that's on you. Because those people don't
You know
have
how many wars
absolutely
the white man
nothing
fought
to
to get this land?
What does that mean?
I'm saying what it takes.
But this is what he got a
Can't
baby right
return
here, right?
evil
Yes. I
So
got
if you
baby
let
too.
off that atom bomb right here, that baby ain't did nothing to nobody. You understand what I'm saying? You willing to sacrifice another man's child's life to kill
I'm willing-
oppression in Detroit?
You gonna let me answer?
Go ahead.
I'm willing to go to war. And it's gonna be collateral damage. It could be my baby.
Again. So are you willing?
I just said I'm willing.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
So in Detroit or Michigan
I'm
or
willing to-
Ohio, listen to what
willing
I'm
to
saying.
smash
Listen
this
to what I'm
whole
saying.
Bitch, if they don't get off black people.
So kill them. Kill us all if we don't get free from oppression. How does that smart?
He did the same thing
Well,
to us,
well,
but you wanted
well,
to
the
do
black
Moors
people killing them, but they ain't the white man no more.
That's what I
the
be telling them.
Europeans until the Franks conquered the Moors and drove them out of Spain when Columbus came over here. We talked about it.
When the white person.
Let me ask you a question. Do you know what the KKK, the letter that they wrote to the black community was about, 40 years back, 50 years back? You know what they said?
And they said a lot of stuff.
You successfully killed more black people than we can think of or we can imagine.
I'm not talking about killing black people.
No.
I'm talking about going to white
Listen to what I'm
population.
saying.
I understand.
We kill each other more than they kill us.
Yes, we do.
We oppress each other more than they oppress us.
Yes.
So who you need to be fighting against? In actuality.
Yeah, it's because of their oppression that we
Are you
in
under?
this state.
Listen to what I'm saying,
Because we
though.
wasn't doing this before their oppression.
Listen to what I'm saying.
Yes.
Could you change the oppression right now? Without doing all of that? Could you go, just like we did, can you come out here and feed, listen to what I'm saying.
I am, bro.
Can you walk out here and feed your people? Can you walk out here over in this lot and build a place for your people to go in and sleep?
Michael Jackson tried that. You see what happened to him?
Listen, just hear me out.
That's
Listen,
right.
listen what I'm saying. Can you do that?
They would kill me like they did Mike if I tried to help my people that way.
They would kill
They
you,
would
right?
blow me up like they did the first black bank. We got to annihilate
So
them.
you would rather kill yourself
Like
than to
Malcolm
help
X.
your brothers and sisters out.
That don't make any sense.
How? You're killing them anyway. If you let off an atom bomb right here, within how much of a radius you doing, how many more black people are you killing than whites?
No, they'll be gone.
Who would be gone?
Whoever got some sense. If we can't have it, they can't have it. That's my point, bottom line.
If you give them 24 hours, you think they're going to open up the airports to let everybody else leave?
You don't need to open the airports.
What are you going to do? How you going to get out?
I'm going to turn them into carbon.
How are you going to get the people out?
All you got to do is walk 5 miles.
Listen,
I'm
sorry,
jogging.
but conversation is irrelevant. I look at it like this. We fighting something physically that we should be fighting spiritually.
Yeah, but in reality,
The reason, no, you gotta look
That's
at the
world
reason.
domination.
You gotta look at the reason why we in this suppression in the first place.
it's because they have more sophisticated
No.
weapons.
No, it's not.
No.
Give me verse 15 and that's 28.
We in oppression because of disobedience.
Give me verse 15. This is why we in oppression.
Verse 15.
Read that.
But it shall come to pass,
Uh-huh.
if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Most High, to observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes.
So when you got commandments or law, when you don't have law or commandment, what do you have? Chaos. Right? Read that.
To observe, to do all his commandments and his statutes, which I command thee this day,
Yeah.
that all these curses shall come upon thee,
Who put these curses on you?
the Most High,
The Most High. Read.
and overtake thee.
Uh-huh.
Cursed shall thou be in the city,
Oppressed shall you be in the city,
and cursed shall thou be in the field.
and you're going to pick their cotton. Give me verse 49. I want verse 49 right quick.
Verse 49.
Go ahead.
The Most High God shall bring a nation.
Verse 48. I'm sorry.
Therefore shalt thou serve
Listen,
thine enemies.
You're going to serve your
which
enemies.
The Most High shall sin against
Which who
thee.
shall sin against you?
The Most High.
So these people couldn't just come and get. We the strongest people on the earth. You think they can just come and get us just for nothing?
They have more sophisticated weapons.
No, they had us. They had us.
Yeah, because they
Hold
went
on.
to the leaders with fucking cannon. I'm sorry.
Hold on,
Cannon.
read on.
Which the Lord, which the Most High shall sin against thee. And hunger.
You gonna be in what?
And hunger.
Ain't we hungry over here?
And in thirst.
If we want anything to eat, who we gotta go to?
Ourselves.
The oppressor.
Yes.
Read.
Brothers like y'all.
Hungry
And in thirst.
and in thirst. If we want something to drink, who we gotta go to?
You're just making my point more valid.
Just hear me. Just hear me out. Just hear me out. Keep going.
And in nakedness.
You got Ralph Lauren on, right?
Yeah,
That's an oppressor. You get what I'm
I
saying?
got this from the resale, so I don't
But
get it.
just listen what I'm saying. If we want clothes, we can't do. We gotta go through them.
Right, we can't even go
Don't
on
make
food.
Keep going. Keep going.
And in want.
And in what?
In want.
And in what?
In want.
Of what?
Of all things.
Read verse 15 one more
Hold on,
time.
Let me finish this. Oh,
Okay.
Let me finish
Go
this.
ahead. Go ahead.
And he shall put a yoke of iron.
He shall put a what?
Upon a yoke of iron upon thy neck, until he have destroyed thee.
So now, let me ask you a question. What was the start of it all? How did these curses get on us?
Acts 15.
What did we do? Or didn't we
But
do?
it shall come to pass,
Uh-huh.
if thou wilt not hearken unto the voice of the Most High God, to observe to do all his commandments
Then
and
what
his
happened?
statutes, which I command thee this day,
Uh-huh.
that all these curses shall come upon thee and overtake thee.
You got a baby, right? You tell your baby, don't you run out there in that street, I'm gonna whoop your butt. That baby run out there in the street, what you gotta do to him? How do he get back on your good side? Don't go out in that street. It ain't going down the street and say, hey man, my dad just whooped me. Let's go over there and handle him. It ain't gonna work like that. You the one who set the rules. He got to come back to your house at the end of the day. You understand what I'm saying?
Okay, can I respond?
Go ahead.
From Babylon
Uh-huh.
to Syria
Uh-huh.
to Persia
Uh-huh.
to Greece
Mhm.
to Rome
Yep.
to Germany
Yep.
to America.
Yep.
It's been the person with the most sophisticated weapons dominates.
Who's consistent in all of those places you named? Who's consistently been in oppression in all of those places that you named?
No one.
Yes, it has been.
From Egypt out.
From Egypt on down to everything you just named, who's been consistently in bondage in each one of those places?
Give you a hint. I'm talking about before.
It ain't no before.
That's
Babylon,
a long time.
Rome.
Humans
all-
haven't been here for very long.
So Babylon was here before humans was here?
No.
When Babylon,
Babylon was made by humans.
okay, so when Babylon
Between the
had
Tigris and
people
the
in
Euphrates.
in captivity,
Yeah.
when Persia had people in captivity, when the Philistines had people in captivity,
Yeah.
when the Romans had people in captivity, when America had people in captivity, who's been there? In bondage all those times.
Because history does what?
There was a
itself.
time when the blacks had people in bondage, though. Egypt in
When?
bondage.
In what? Byzantial time, right? Byzantine Empire.
We need to get
Yes?
Jeremiah
There was a
17:4.
time where the Aztecs had people in bondage before the Jews had people, or at the time that the Egyptians had people in bondage. They had nothing to do with black people.
So you're saying at the same time of the Egyptian captivity of black people, the Aztecs had people in captivity.
Yes.
Let me tell you how that's an error. There was a famine throughout the world, and everybody had to go to Egypt in order to eat.
How did the people in the Americas go to Egypt?
Not the people in the Americas.
Well,
America is something new.
There were people here. There were Aztecs here. There was Maya, Inca. They had nothing to do with none of that.
That was later.
No, there was people here.
It was people here when? In the Egyptian captivity, the whole Pharaoh let my people go thing?
That's after Tut, and there was people in their Aztecs pyramids. They're older than Tut's time. There were people here before that happened.
So you're saying with King Tut,
Yeah,
there were
and Tut is before Akhenaten and Nefertiti. Before there was ever even thought of there being one God. There were people over here.
absolutely not.
Absolutely.
Before you had people in bondage in Egypt, there was civilization.
That's what I'm saying. There's people.
Yeah,
That's
there
all
was
I saying.
civilization. But during that Egyptian time, guess what happened?
Black people were in bondage, but they weren't the only ones. That's my point.
No, resources. No, they weren't the only ones in bondage. Resources were scarce, so everybody had to go where?
In Egypt, but
To
not
Egypt.
everywhere else in the world.
But listen to what I'm
There's
saying.
other people besides that little place in the world that religion was cultivated. There's
No,
other
you're
places.
not getting what I'm saying. You're not getting what I'm saying.
There's Aborigines in
Aborigines
Wait a
came
minute.
later.
No, I'm talking about Australia.
They came
They had
later.
nothing to do with
What
it.
was man created in?
Supposedly Africa.
Okay, it would take a while for him to migrate all around the world. You couldn't just instantly be here and then be on the other side of the world instantly.
No.
You had to migrate from there all the way out. It would take years.
Centuries.
Yeah. So how could it possibly be people here and there at the same time?
What do you mean by that?
Well, you said it was Incas and everything here, Aztecs at the same time.
Way before that, before monotheism was even.
Wait a minute.
concept.
But
It
according to
was
Genesis,
not at all.
monotheism
started
in
creation.
the beginning.
No,
In the beginning,
all
the
religions
Most
are
High.
man-made. All religions are man-made.
Monotheism was
I
a
cannot-
principle
I cannot-
based upon who created everything. Was it many gods or was it one?
All religions are man-made.
I'm just asking a simple question. I ain't even talking about religion. Was
Well,
the
that's
earth
where God's
itself
come
created by one or many?
That was a man-made story.
So you believe in the Big Bang Theory.
It's a theory. You can't believe in a theory.
So what do you believe?
I wasn't there. I don't know.
So you have no belief in the creation of the world.
It's impossible to know. If you think you know, then you that's really not.
No. That's not what I'm saying. Do you have a concept or a theory of your own on how the earth was constructed?
Yeah,
How do you think it happened?
I think it was through something like how atoms are split in the force of the energy.
Big Bang Theory.
It's just a theory. You can't. If
You just said the same thing though. That's the same thing they say.
Yeah,
Who created the atoms that got split? Where did they come from?
I mean, no one would know because that was way before, or dealing with things that we can't even comprehend.
So you're saying two atoms collided and they blew up, right?
No, that's not how it works.
What? So explain it to me. What happened?
Thank you, brother. No one knows what happened. There's theories that the energy it would take to, I mean, it's not complicated, but it's a lot of things to it.
Just explain it the best you can.
Thank you.
We wait.
When an atom is split, atom is very small, it's beyond microscopy. You can't see it with a microscope. When it splits,
Hold on, let me stop you. So it's you can't even see it barely with a microscope,
You can't
right?
see it with a
It's
microscope.
that small.
Yeah.
Okay, keep going.
it releases an enormous amount of energy. So the Big Bang Theory would be everything in the universe completely smaller than the atom, because it would take that much energy. Why an atom is so small is because the amount of energy it holds together. So that's the theory that they come up with. And
Who came up with that?
The white man?
I mean, not necessarily, because the white. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
Because all of the white man sciences come off the Moore science. It all originates there.
So now we got to get back to, let's say that this is correct, that these atoms did whatever they did. Where did the atoms come from?
I mean, no one would know because human beings, genetics, the structure of DNA changes, mutates all the time. That's why if you don't take enough antibiotics, the DNA structure will change to a strand that the antibiotic don't kill because the structure of DNA changes all the time. That long ago, that DNA was nothing like it is now. It was a totally different thing. So it would have made a totally different object, a totally different organism.
So did not our people back in the day have hair, 2 eyes, a nose, a mouth, ears, and
How far are you
hands?
talking about back in the day?
We're talking about from the beginning,
You know, that's impossible.
from Adam. Since we talking about Adam, since Adam.
Well, that about Adam and Eve and how they had came on name and then sent the son who killed the other son out to a group of people is already false. Because where did a group of people come from? So that can't be true.
You realize Adam was 900 and something years old, right? How many children you can have
But
in
the
this
thing
span of time?
said he had a couple of kids.
Let's
You can
go
add
to
stuff to it.
Let's go to. We ain't gonna add nothing to it. Go to Genesis 5. Genesis 5 and pick it up at verse 1.
Verse 1. This is the book of the generations of Adam. And the day that the Most High created man, and the likeness of the Most High made he him.
Go ahead.
Male and female created he them, and blessed them, and called their name Adam.
Go ahead.
And the day when they were created, and Adam lived 130 years, and begat a son in his own likeness after his image, and called his name Seth.
Go ahead.
And the days of Adam after he had begotten Seth were 800 years, and he begat sons and daughters.
Go ahead.
And all the days that Adam lived were 930 years,
Gotta be on it.
and he died.
So read that verse again.
Please, dude.
And the days and all
You trapped that beat
Here,
under
give me
your
here,
arm.
I got you. I got you, Al.
Oh, my bad.
Yeah, my secret notes come out. No.
And Adam lived 130 years and begot a son in his own likeness after his image, and called his name Seth. And the days of Adam after he had begotten Seth were 800 years. And he begot sons and daughters.
He did what?
He begot sons and daughters.
See, they don't talk about his daughters, but it's letting you know that he had sons and daughters.
Plural.
So imagine living 900 and something years old, how many children you can beget in this time frame.
I'm 22 and got 2.
So it's showing you right here, Adam had daughters, sons and daughters. But nobody don't actually
900 and
read it.
So that's where the people he sent gave a name to. That's impossible.
He didn't send them anywhere.
So the one who killed the other one was sent off to other people. And they
yeah,
were
he
the
wasn't
first.
sent. He just went.
He went. Well, then there could have been nobody else if they were the first two.
If we just, that's what we're showing you something. The Bible is jumping periods. Because we can go in here and read when Moses was a baby, and then in the next verse it says Moses was grown. So it's not taking you through the whole exact life. It's giving you the important part of it. Then it jumps.
So where it says in the process of time, in probably in that same.
Yeah, Genesis 4.
So it skips.
Genesis 4, pick it up at verse 2.
Genesis 4 and 2. And she again bare his brother Abel. And Abel was a keeper of sheep, but Cain was a tiller of the ground. And in process of time.
See that? In process of time. So it's letting us know it's talking about when they first was born.
There's a difference in time.
And then it's talking about when they grown. So in the same, from one verse, it's talking about them being babies, to the next verse, they working. From one verse to the next, this is what it's trying to show you.
Can I ask you a question though about the atom splitting? So this is actually, just dealing with the theory, the atoms, right? This is what blew everything up, right? In the beginning, those atoms splitting, right? To create what we have today. I mean, in theory.
It wouldn't be atoms. It would be subatomic particles because that much energy wouldn't. That's how the sun works. It fuses hydrogen to make helium and releases the energy.
Right.
But if it was a whole universe, an atom couldn't exist because of the pressure. So it would just be subatomic particles.
So when you talk about we need to learn how to split atoms,
Yes.
this is what you're speaking about.
Yes.
Okay. So if you split them,
Yes.
what happens?
White man, please get away.
Okay, because it's going to be destruction right
It's
there.
gonna be nothing.
Let me ask you a question though. In the beginning, when it happened, in theory, after that happened, what happened after that?
Well, gravity-
Trees came, gravity came, buildings, people. How? If you're going to redo the same process in a smaller scale, how do you come with nothing when in the beginning, the theory was that you had all of this?
I don't understand the question.
When the atoms split in the beginning, right?
No, it wasn't atoms. I explained that. It's hard to.
No. In the beginning.
Right. It wasn't atoms.
But you said it was atoms.
No, I
Did you say it was? Didn't you
I
say
said
it
it
was
couldn't
atoms?
have been atoms because of the force of gravity.
So it was gravity before
was
the
gravity.
Earth.
Yes. Everything has gravity. There was a time when the Earth was not in existence.
So who created gravity?
No one.
Nobody?
Where did it come from?
No, it's impossible to know.
Gravity is a thing, right? Which means it has to have some type of origin,
Yes.
right?
So you're saying it's impossible to know then. So is it possible that somebody created it?
No. Like a human?
No.
Like something human?
Not a human.
Not a human.
Well, what do you mean by somebody though?
Something.
Something.
You're saying you
Yeah,
don't.
that's
You're
possible.
saying that you don't know how it came into existence.
Yes.
Then it's possible that an intelligent being created all of this. Since you don't really know exactly
Yes.
how it happened.
Yes.
Okay. So you should hold out to that possibility then. Correct? Instead of saying it
just can't be
it just can't be this.
I'm saying that all religion is man-made.
We're not
Well, we ain't
even dealing with religion.
Okay, I thought you were trying to insinuate that something that you knew did this because that's impossible.
No. What we're saying is that thing, that intelligent being that created all things, right? That you agreed that there was something more intelligent that created all these things, right? You didn't agree. What you didn't
Because
say
a volcano can create an eruption and that it's not intelligent.
that? No. What can a volcano create?
It can create a ecosystem.
A volcano can create an ecosystem.
Yes.
Nothing destroyed in a volcano. If it erupts, what happens?
mean, a lot of things happen. Climate change.
Can life be created out of a volcano?
And a volcano happened, and out of the volcano, a man and a woman pop out of it. And she have her woman parts, and the man have his body parts, and they say, oh, that looks nice to me. And they get together, and a baby comes out of that. Can a volcano do that?
So we're not talking about that as being an intelligent source.
Right.
Which somebody created or something created a volcano. Right? So what nothing created a volcano?
Not somebody.
Now let's say something.
Yes.
An intelligent source of power created it.
No.
No? Explain.
It was created. A volcano was created sometimes by fault line shifting. Like the
who created the fault line?
Right. No one. Not an intelligent being.
Oh no.
Where did they come from? The fault lines were created by the earth, by the crust.
Who created the earth?
Right. I mean, it's not going to come to an intelligent being.
How not? It's something more intelligent than you and I.
No, I don't think so.
You think that the earth was constructed by something that does not have more intelligence than you and I.
Yeah.
So we can create an earth right now.
No, I didn't say that at all.
If you're more intelligent than it, you should be able to
We
do
should be
that.
able to create
I'm more
it.
intelligent than a volcano, but a volcano can create an ecosystem, a new species.
What is the species that it can create?
Bacteria. They live in hot climates.
So it can create a bacteria
Yeah.
that live in hot climates.
Yeah.
Who created that?
No one.
It didn't just come up anything. Close your eyes and think of nothing.
That doesn't. What do you mean?
Exactly. You can't imagine nothing.
Okay.
So, you were created by something, yes? Who were you created
My
by?
mother and my father.
And their fathers and their mothers and all of those things, right? Going back to the beginning of man. Something created that man.
It evolved from genetic mutation.
By what? By animals?
Genetic mutation.
From animals?
A man is nothing but an animal.
So, who created the animal? Who caused the genetic mutation?
No one.
So let me ask you this. You're saying about why haven't we evolved into something else?
We have.
What?
What do you think a Mexican is? Is a mutant. A Mexican is a.
He's a man.
How is a Mexican a mutant?
I was trying to explain.
Go ahead.
It's an Aztec and a Spaniard. It's actually a black and an Aztec. But they weren't here. It's a different. That's evolution. That's genetic mutation.
It's not an evolution. The process of evolution means to evolve over time, meaning that man can't see the evolving of it over
that's
time.
not what it means. I have a degree in biology. I can explain that's not what it means.
Okay, so did you see the evolution of a Mexican?
I have.
You've seen the evolution of a Mexican?
I have seen a black and a Aztec breed and make a Mexican.
That's not evolution.
That's what
That's not it, because they're the same species.
I took biology. I have a degree in biology.
I understand that, but they are the same species. If you have the same species to mate and create the same species, it's not an evolution.
It's genetic mutation. That's what evolution means. That's
No,
all it means.
no, it's not. How can it be? So white people are a part of evolution.
Yes.
Black people are a part of evolution.
Yes. All organisms are.
What do we evolve to from here?
No one can tell the future.
What did we evolve
What did we evolve from?
No one was there. But I know
So
that
how do you know?
genetic mutation for the.
What, can you date back the genetic mutation to what we were before?
I can tell you the genes always mutate. And
Genes always mutate into what? That same gene in a more progressed state. Meaning, your arm when you were 2 years old is bigger, but it's the same arm.
No, it don't work that way.
How not? Your bones when you were an infant are the same bones, but they've
Just
expanded.
like dogs are genetically mutated from wolves, they change.
It's the same species, though.
No, it's not. You can't mate a Chihuahua with a wolf.
You can't mate a Chihuahua with a wolf.
No,
Why?
the genes don't fit no more.
Why, though?
Different number of chromosomes.
Why? What does it go back to?
Genetic mutation.
Species. Species. It goes back to species, right? Because in order for you to have an evolution, you have to have
Let me give you an example
an
where
evolved
it's a
species.
whole different species.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me see. A whole different species. See, that's hard because there's different types of breeding. Some things breed asexually to where they have both the male and female, like some plants.
Okay.
So it's different ways you can think about this. Something has the male and female, and like, so it's different ways you can explain that. It's not
Can
that
you
simple.
recreate it?
Like, no.
If you can't recreate it, then that means that something is off with that theory.
What this, I don't understand. That makes no sense to me.
Evolution is a product of science, right?
I mean, it's been here before science. I mean,
Science is just knowledge, right? Evolution is just a part of that, right? And in order for you to say that evolution is a fact, because is evolution a fact?
Yes.
Okay. In order for you to say that it's a fact, that means, according to the scientific method, that it has to be able to be recreated in those steps, right?
Oh, that's what you meant. I thought you mean like, can you recreate? Can someone actually put a genome together?
No. What I'm saying is,
so I didn't know
can
what
it
you
be
meant.
recreated? Can the evolution of these things that you're speaking about be recreated? According to science.
I'm not sure what you're asking. Recreated
Okay,
how?
if I say that this plant, whatever the name of this plant is, right? It evolved from a seed.
No.
Now, I'm just saying, if I say that it grew from a seed, right? It didn't grow from a seed?
Yes, that's not evolution.
No, I got you. It grew from a seed though, right?
Yes.
Okay, so it grew from a seed. I can recreate that same process to make that plant again.
Excuse me?
I can recreate the process from that plant to make the same plant again.
You mean just grow from a seed?
The same one. And recreate that same plant.
What, you mean just grow from a seed?
From that seed. Its seed itself. I can break that down to the seed that it came from and recreate it.
Right.
Can you do that with Mexicans, like you say?
Yeah, you just put a black or Spaniard and a Aztec. That's Mexican.
So, can you do that with the human, period?
A Mexican is a human.
A Mexican is a human.
Yes.
What are you?
A human.
What is she?
Human being.
What is he?
A human being.
That are the same species.
Right.
They're all the same species.
Right.
So it's no evolution. It's the same thing.
Evolution means genetic mutation.
You're absolutely sure that evolution means genetic mutation. So
Yes.
when I pull up this definition of evolution, it's going to tell me a genetic mutation. It's not going to tell me a genetic mutation.
It can be to a different species.
To a what?
To a different species.
To a different species. You need
Okay,
a
I can
different
explain it. I can
species.
explain that.
Okay, go ahead.
Like